think there's going to be need for my services directly.
Come on, honey, let's go upstairs.
Not with you.
Come on.
Sarge! Sergeant! You're deaf as well as dumb. She said no. Listen, you care to dance? Music, Professor?
You're absolutely right.
Sergeant, I told you no fighting.
I couldn't agree more.
Hold it, Sergeant, hold it!
Somebody stop him! Can't you do something?
You better break it up before they kill each other.
Let the Bluebellies fight, gentlemen. I believe they're evenly matched now.
Someone stop that.
Attention! Attention!
All these been canceled. Get your horses, form up out front on the double. Have these men sobered up and ready to ride.
It'll take a miracle. Both dead.
She did it.
Not exactly right, Captain. Mallory, isn't it?
That's right.
There was a fight.
Yes, over her. She started it, taunting them into it. She's always making trouble with the soldiers.
They're lying. They're lying.
You must have seen it. What happened?
I was paying attention to my own business. And so were these gentlemen.
Sergeant, send a man for the marshal.
Marshal's out on posse.
That's right, Captain Mallory.
Sergeant, write down these names. You, what are you called?
Josiah Boone, M.D.
Mm-hmm. A credit to your profession, no doubt. You? Well, you do have a name, don't you?
We call it Dallas, sir.
Huh.
And I, sir, am called Hatfield. You can find me here any time, Captain. I'll be pleased to await your pleasure.
Maybe you think the Army can't touch you because you're civilians. Well, bartender, here's a message you can pass on to your fellow merchants. You get rid of your undesirable elements, or I'll get rid of them for you. Requisition a wagon.
Yes, sir.
Get those bodies back to the fort.
Yes, sir.
Jerry. Jerry, you're not going to let him do this.
You're hurting, Dallas. You too, Doc.
You see, my dear, you and I are both victims of a disease called social prejudice. Makes no allowance for beauty, wit, or previous service.
Doc, I'm scared. Do you think he's going to lock us up?
Who can cage the birds that have flown? Stage will be here in the morning, honey.
Hiya, Buck.
Hi, boys.
How things at the junction?
Oh, fair to middling.
Have a good trip?
Not a bad one.
Ain't gone and lost a payroll.
Shoot, I ain't looked. That much money makes a poor man like me dizzy. Boys, get these horses changed quick as you can. I want to get on the road. Ma'am, you might just well get out and stretch your legs, too. I mean your limbs. We're changing horses here.
Is there any place where I might get a cup of tea?
You ain't feeling poorly, are you?
No, thank you. I'll be all right.
Well, now, I don't know about a cup of tea, but they'd probably serve you a cup of coffee over yonder at the hotel.
Thank you.
Pardon me, brother. Am I correct in assuming that's a liquor emporium?
Well, now, I don't know what they've done to it recently, but I always figured it's a saloon.
Thank you, brother.
Hey, wait a minute. You ain't going in yonder to do no preaching or anything like that, are you? Why, they'd shoot you plumb full of holes, parson.
Thank you, brother. But I'm not a parson. I'm a liquor salesman.
Oh, no, you don't. No, you don't. Stop it. Stop it. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Get it.
But consider, dear madam, within this trunk are all the treasured mementos of my law school.
Oh, don't dear madam me, you drunken old deadbeat, you. This trunk stays right here till I get the 3 months rent shown.
Oh, but madam...
There's not another word from you.
Merciless old Harridan.
Ah, Buck, old boy, I was about to seek you out.
Trouble, Doc?
With one so fair. Ah, is this not the face that launched 1,000 ships and burned the topless towers of Ilium? Farewell, farewell, fair Helen. Whoopsie.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Ah, she's too quick for me.
You're looking for me, Doc.
Ah, yes, Buck. It seems that my reputation as a medical practitioner in this community has become suspect lately. I seek fresher fields. Carry me to Cheyenne, Buck.
Now, Doc, you know the company policy. Cash on the barrel.
Well, have I not always served your company faithfully without reward? Who cured old Nellie of the heaves when nobody else could get her out of the barn? Who did that?
Yeah, I gotta admit you did, Doc. That old mare's the best dang wheeler in the outfit.
A gallant steed, indeed. A personal loan, a debt of honor, Buck.
Well, I don't know, Doc.
Please.
All right, just this once.
Every sick and ailing person in Cheyenne will be grateful.
Hey, Curly. Hey, Curly, open up. Didn't wake you up, did it, Curly? You ain't ailing, are you?
No. I rode all night.
Where's Robbie? He's supposed to ride shotgun for me to Cheyenne.
Oh, he's out looking for gold. Riding around in circles with the rest of the chuckleheads on that posse.
Posse?
Yeah. Ríngo kid busted out of the jail. And the governor's put up $500 reward for the man that can find him. Not that anybody's going to.
Busted out? Shoot, there ain't nobody ever done that before.
Ríngo did. But now he's probably hightailing it for Kansas after Luke Plummer.
Well, I sure hope so.
Thought you liked the kid. He catches up to the Plumbers, they'll kill him.
That's a dead mortal cinch. That old Luke Plummer's the orneryest old devil that God ever let live. On my last trip, I seen him knock some poor rancher down and just stomp a mud hole in him with his boot
Last
heels.
trip where?
Where? Now, where'd I ever go but Cheyenne to Deadwood and back?
You seen Luke Plummer in Cheyenne?
Yeah, him and Matt and Ike Plummer, too. Boy, there's a couple of chips off the old block. Holding that poor rancher down so their old man
Buck,
could
shut
stomp
up and
him.
listen. Now, the Plumbers took their herd to Abilene.
Yeah, but they're back already. Why did you suppose I was hoping that the kid had headed for Kansas?
Hand me them boots.
Well, now, look, I gotta get out of here. Who am I gonna get to ride shotgun?
Me.
You? Now, what the
Buck,
hell are
shut
you...
up and give me the other boot.
Curly, you ain't got the sense that God give a goose.
Stop your humming, Henry. 2,000. 4, 6, 8. Turn all the way down. 10,000. Correct. You're humming again, Henry. Sorry, Father Haynes. There's your receipt, Clem. Thank you, sir. Goodbye. Good day, sir.
$10,000. Did you hear that, Henry? $10,000.
Yes, sir. $10,000.
Put it in the safe.
Yes.
Henry, what's the matter? Are you nervous?
Well, perhaps handling this much money all at once makes me a bit apprehensive, yes, sir.
That was a very smart idea of mine, convincing those mine owners to deposit their payroll checks a couple of months in advance.
Oh, yes, I agree, sir. Very, very smart.
Yes, sir. Money in circulation, that is the lifeblood of progress and the backbone of industry. Ah, everything locked up tight.
Yes, indeed, sir. Snug as a bug in a rug.
Now, who in heaven's name could that be? They know this bank is closed until Monday. Oh, Ellie.
Hello, Father. Well, I'm certainly glad I came, Henry. You're not getting on that stage for Cheyenne.
What do you mean?
Dallas is on that stage.
Dallas?
Yes.
Well, who's he?
Not he, Henry, she. That dance hall creature that the killing was over.
Oh.
Eloise, Henry has got to take that stage. He's going to Denver to arrange for the bank merger.
Well, now, just one moment, Father. Now, if a thing like this is going to give my little darling even one moment of worry, I am prepared to forego this journey.
Oh, Henry, dear, I trust you. I just can't bear the thought of you talking to a creature like that.
Talking? Why, Eloise Gateward, I'm surprised at you. I wouldn't even glance in the direction of a creature like that.
Come on, or you'll miss that stage.
Oh, Father Haynes, I'll take this if you don't mind. It may be just the least bit heavy. My hat, oh, yes.
Bob? Oh, ma'am.
Side here, please. And if you ever go east further, come out to my house for dinner. Nobody in St. Louis sets a better table than my dear, lovely wife.
Just been performing my morning ablutions, Jerry. That's really the only useful purpose for our Wapura. That's water to you. I'm just wondering, my dear fellow, I know I haven't been of much economic value to you in the past, but maybe just a little jot, a little... One to the road.
Talk was money. You'd be the best customer I ever had.
You're a ministering angel, Jerry.
Sure, Doc. Have a good trip.
Will you be traveling with us on the stagecoach, Doctor?
I shall indeed. Your health, Reverend?
My name is Peacock, brother. I'm not a minister.
He's a whiskey drummer.
How do you do, Mr. Haycock?
Peacock.
Of course, Peacock. Peacock, an old and honored dame. Now, what have we here? What do we got here? Oh, nose drops, huh? Would you allow me, sir?
Oh, thank you, Doctor.
Just lean back gently. Open your mouth, close your eyes, and say la, 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 la.
La, 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 la.
Why, Doctor?
It opens the throat passages, you see. Now, lean back. Once more, say la, 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 la.
La, la, la.
La, la, la,
la, la, la, la. La, la, la.
La, la,
la, la, la, la.
Yeah, a little wider.
La, 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 la.
That's fine. A little wider.
La, 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 la.
All aboard, folks! Stage to Cheyenne! All aboard! A little louder.
La, 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 la.
A little wider.
La, la, la.
Better, huh? I thought so. It's a good thing for you in your condition that I happened along.
What is my condition, Doctor?
Well, that's right. That's right. Don't you worry about a thing, Mr. Petcock. I'll be constantly at your elbow. Bless you.
Doctor, you have my case. I have yours.
How could that have happened?
Oh, pardon me, gentlemen.
Oh, Mr. Gateward, I'll put your bag
Oh,
up.
thank you. No, it has some papers in it that I must study. Thank you.
Oh? Oh, Dallas? Yeah, put that on top.
Bye-bye, dearie. Take care now.
You go see the Turk when you get to Cheyenne, honey. He'll find something for you.
Thanks.
This way, Mr. Petlock?
Peacock.
Yes, of course, of course.
Easy, Doc.
Hold it there. Hold it there. Hold on.
Colonel asked if you would deliver this dispatch to Captain Mallory in Cheyenne as soon as you get there.
Yeah, sure.
We'll be going along with you as far as the overnight station at Shoshone. There's a patrol there to take as far as Horseshoe Bend.
Well, why all this? What's the trouble?
Just rumors so far. One of our patrols is overdue. Telegraph's been cut. Before the wire went dead, we had a report about a Sioux war party led by Crazy Horse.
Crazy Horse? I ain't gonna...
Sit down.
Now, Curly, you...
Shut up.
Well, of course, the Army has no authority over you gentlemen if you think it's unsafe to make the trip.
This stage is going to Cheyenne, Lieutenant. Now, you and your soldier boys can ride along or not, as you please.
Now, Curly, I ain't gonna go...
All right, you folks all heard. Anybody don't want to make this trip, better get out now.
Up! Courage, Mr. Seacock, courage.
Marshal, I'd like to state that I have complete confidence in the United States Army.
As do I, sir. Captain Mallory is my husband.
Yes, ma'am, I figured that. I know the captain's been looking forward to you getting there. Dallas? Dallas?
I'll take Indians. As long as they keep me out of the hands of the Army.
You, Reverend?
Well, you see, brother, I have a wife and 8 children.
Bravo! Then you are a man. Lead on, Curly.
Marshal, I believe you have room for one more. I'm offering my protection to this lady.
Mr. Hatfield,
if the need arises, I can shoot fairly straight.
Yes, you've proven that too many times.
Your servant, ma'am.
Sorry, Mrs. Mallory. My, certainly a fine-looking group of soldier boys back there. Somehow I get a tremendous feeling of pride in my country when I see the type of young man who serves in the Army. Of course, none more worthy of praise than your fine husband, Mrs. Mallory.
Thank you.
It was my good fortune and pleasure to become acquainted with Captain Mallory when he banked with us at Dry Fork. Do I understand that you're going to join him in Cheyenne?
Yes, I am. Have you met my husband, Mr. Hatfield?
Only briefly. Long enough to convince some of us to make this journey. Tally-ho.
It's nothing for you to concern yourself about, Mrs. Mallory. The man is drunk.
Not yet. No harm meant, ma'am. To a swift and joyful reunion with your beloved husband.
To the right flank, wheel! Oh!
The cavalry stop. Whoa,
They'll
whoa,
catch
boys.
up. Just keep them horses moving.
Hey, wait! Hey, they're moving now. Trouble with you, Curly, you ain't got the slightest idea of the things that can happen on a run like this. Quit your loafing there, Queenie! Lead up there, Sam! Break an axle on the stage like as not. Bunch of murdering Indians just...
Nobody's seen any Indians.
But you heard what the lieutenant said.
That shavetail said rumors. Ain't nobody ever got scalped by an old rumor. Hiya, kid.
Hi, Curly. Hey, Buck. Howdy, kid. How's the family? Oh, fine. Just fine.
Shut up.
Figured you'd still be out with one of them posses, Marshal.
How come you're riding shotgun?
How come you ain't in Abilene by now?
'Cause Luke Plummer's in Cheyenne. Been there by now if my horse hadn't gone lame. Well, you got room for another passenger, Buck?
Well,
I'll take that Winchester.
Huh?
Your Winchester.
Oh. Well, you might need me in this Winchester, Curly. I saw a couple of ranches burning last night.
I guess I haven't made it clear, kid. You're under arrest.
Nobody's arguing that, Curly.
Don't do nothing foolish, kid.
What's the trouble, Marshal?
No trouble. Just picking up another passenger. Thanks.
Don't mention it, Marshal.
Column 2! Move out!
Jigger!
I hope I'm not crowding you folks too much.
Not at all. Not at all. Very exciting. You're really the famous Ringo kid?
My friends just call me Ringo. It's a nickname I had as a kid.
Well, then, we'll just call you Ringo, too.
Seems to me I knew your family. Didn't I set your arm once when you was a little shaver about that how you fell off a horse or something? I think it was Christmas Eve. I'd been having a few with the boys when your folks sent for me.
Boom.
Indeed I am. Let's have a drink on it.
Oh, please,
Doctor. Now you can ill afford to be selfish in your condition.
Look, what is my condition?
Oh, you're going to need a lot of attention. A lot of attention. A little tardy now and then is small enough payment for my valuable professional services. I think it was just after I'd been discharged from the Union Army, shortly after the War of the Rebellion.
You mean the war against the Southern Confederacy?
I mean nothing of the kind.
It was my kid brother broke his arm, Doc. You did a good job.
Thank you, son. Professional compliments are always welcome. Tell me, whatever happened to the boy whose arm I fixed?
He was murdered along with my dad.
Now I know why you come along with me. You just fell into more money than you ever hoped to see in your whole mortal life.
The kid's daddy and me was friends.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
Nobody knows what a man has to do for his $40 a month once he puts on one of these damn things. Well, I'm getting too old to hire out for wages. I never could keep from drawing to an inside straight, so that $500 reward's gonna come in mighty handy. $500, a fella can get himself a small ranch. Start building a herd.
Uh-huh. That's a mighty lonesome way to live, though.
Put out that cigar. You're annoying the lady. Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm so fond of the weed myself, I sometimes forget it's unpleasant to others. Excuse me.
If you were a gentleman, you'd know better than to ever smoke in the presence of a lady.
If You know, last week I took a bullet out of a fellow who'd been shot by a gentleman. The bullet was in the back.
You insinuating. Easy, mister.
Please.
That's wonderful. Just wonderful. I have 8 of my own, you know.
This going to be your first?
Yes. That's why I'm so anxious to be with my husband.
Yet, was you, Billy? Just 5 hours from 540.
Wasn't hardly expecting you at all.
Where are the troops?
Gone. Nobody here but me and my family. Couldn't even hold my wranglers here overnight once they heard it was Crazy Horse on the warpath.
Where did you hear that?
Captain Mallory.
Captain Mallory?
Yes, ma'am.
Captain Mallory was here?
Yes, ma'am, with his troops. Left last night for Horseshoe Bend.
Well. Guess we'll just have to turn around and head back.
Well, now, just one moment, please. I was told that this stage is going to Cheyenne. Now, you've got to take us there.
Pardon me, Mr. Gatewood. Doctor?
Yeah, sure. Up you go.
Thank you.
No, wait, no.
Pardon me. Doctor, that lady is with child. Mrs. Mallory.
Hey, the bar open, Millie?
Part of a bottle left, I think. Help yourself, Doc.
Fine.
Doc, my nose.
Yes, I want to look into that. Come along, Mr. Babcock.
Peacock.
Yeah, Peacock.
Marshal.
Lovely name. Hard to forget.
With the lieutenant and all of these fine men as our escort, there's no reason for these people to be alarmed.
Sorry, sir. My orders are to deliver you here and then return.
Lieutenant, that was before we had a clear picture of the situation. Now, anyone can see that it's out of the question. If,
Those are my orders, sir.
Lieutenant.
I'm sure you'll understand, man.
Lieutenant, in my opinion, you're making a grave mistake. I'd hate to see a promising young officer like yourself cited for dereliction of duty.
Well, that's a chance I'm just going to have to take, sir.
Well, now that we got that settled, I reckon we can get some fresh horses and head on back with the lieutenant.
Curly? I think we can get through all right on our own, don't you?
Now, don't you go egging him on, kid. I'm a-driving this outfit, and when them soldiers go back, I'm a-going with them. Billy, I know our district manager's going to be mighty pleased when I tell him how fast you got me that change of horses.
I'll take care of it. Lieutenant, me and my family have got most of our belongings loaded. We'll go back with you if it's all right.
Of course.
Well, seeing as some of you want to go on and some of you want to turn back.
Well, any damn blame fool would know that the only safe thing to do is to turn around and head
We're not
back.
afraid.
All
We
right.
paid our money to go to Cheyenne.
All right. Don't yell it.
Guess the only fair way to settle this thing is we go inside and take a vote.
These passengers is my responsibility anyhow. I didn't hire out to serve as no target.
Mrs. Mallory?
Inside, kid.
Ma'am? You know, Curly, I'm just about 30-some-odd miles from Cheyenne.
We may not get there. Depends on how they vote.
I already voted. In prison.
This sure smells good, Miss Pickett.
Marshal?
Sure you got enough?
I think so.
Marshal, since you've taken the responsibility of riding shotgun, let me point out that it is your duty to see to it that that stage makes it to Cheyenne.
Thanks for your advice, Gatewood. Thanks, Doc. But I'd like to hear from the lady first.
Forgive me.
My husband's in Horseshoe Bend, Marshal.
Oh, that's one for going on. What's your vote have to?
Oh, there, Curly. Aren't you forgetting your manners? There's another lady here.
Oh, yeah. Well, what do you say, Dallas?
Does it matter?
Gatewood.
Cheyenne.
How about it, Hatfield?
I'll go with the lady.
All right, that's 3 for going on. Doc.
I, sir, by training and experience, am a fatalist. Somewhere, sometime, there might be the right bullet or the wrong bottle for Josiah Boone.
Yes or no?
And having achieved this philosophical detachment, I have courted danger. I've flaunted it. During the late war, when I had the honor to serve our great President Abraham Lincoln, in the midst of shot and shell, when the
You want to turn back?
No. I want another drink.
Curly, I got an idea.
Thanks. What's your vote, Reverend?
Oh, I would like to go on, brother. I want to reach the bosom of my dear family in St. Louis as quickly as possible.
All right.
But you realize I may never reach that bosom if we go on. Well, what I mean is that under the circumstances, I will go back with the bosom. I beat the soldiers.
Now, Mr. Adcock, just a minute here. Surely you're not going to go back in your condition.
Well, what is my condition?
Oh, riding all that way in an open wagon in the biting wind? If you insist on going back, I take myself off the case. I won't be responsible.
Please, I'm going out with my doctor, Marshal. You think it's time for my drops?
Oh, yeah. Mine too. Lean back, close your eyes. Say la 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 la.
La 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 la.
That's right. La la la
la la la.
There we are.
La.
And that's settled. There's really no one for turning back.
What? What about me?
Now, see here, why do you...
I can speak for myself, thank you. Ain't I got no choice?
No. Not no more than I have. Or the kid there.
Curly, nothing's gonna keep me out of Cheyenne.
Kid, you're gonna go where I go. Now, here's how I got it figured. Instead of staying here overnight like we're supposed to, we'll just push right on as soon as we get them horses changed. Ain't but a couple of hours until dark, and by then
we'll all be dead. Why, them Indians will be watching the road, and when they see us without no soldiers, they'll just...
be on the road, Buck. We're taking the old trail over Laramie Ridge.
At night?
Yeah.
Why, a billy goat couldn't get across Laramie Ridge after dark.
Buck, you sure do worry a lot.
Now, look here, kid, I don't need you to go...
daybreak, we ought to be in Horseshoe Bend. From there on, we'll have these soldiers to take us the rest of the way.
Oh, clear as a bell.
Well, you folks just relax now and go ahead and eat your grub. You too, Reverend.
Buck, oh, yes.
Come on, give me a hand with them horses.
I've seen some idiotic thing in my life, but this takes the cake.
You got yourself scratched up a bit.
A little.
Getting out?
Staying in.
Yeah.
Would you care for some salt, Mrs. Mallory?
No, thank you.
Here you are, ma'am. Want to sit down?
No, thank you. I'd rather be over here.
I'll take this before it gets cold.
Did you see that? That convict stole my food.
That's the bread.
Mind if I sit here?
Suit yourself.
Thank you, ma'am. Been quite some time since I sat down to eat with a lady. I appreciate it.
You trying to be funny with a smart jackass crack?
No, ma'am. Sure didn't mean no offense. I guess it ain't easy breaking out of the pen and into polite society all at once.
Well, you ain't made it yet. There's, no lady here, so you can, stop all that ma'am hogwash.
I'll get the sugar.
You ever been in Dry Fork?
Well, many times.
Remember the Oriental Saloon?
Sure do.
Well, I was one of the girls.
I'd best get the sugar. Your coffee will get cold.
Look, I'm trying to tell you, you don't have to sit here with me.
And I'm trying to tell you how obliged I'd be if you'd let me.
Doctor, may I have the butter, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
And, ma'am, if you're through, thank you.
Is there something else I could get you instead, Mrs. Mallory?
No, thank you. I'm just not very hungry.
Perhaps you'd like to step outside for a breath of fresh air?
Yes, please.
Better? Perhaps a drink of cool water.
Please. You're very kind to me. Why?
You brought back another time and place for me.
Are you from Virginia?
Yes, ma'am.
Have we met before?
I served in your father's regiment.
Really? Well, I don't seem to recall any Hatfield. Why, this coat of arms, it's Ashbourne Manor.
I wouldn't know, Mrs. Mallory. I won the cup in a wager.
Be a while before you see any more apple pie, or they'll put you.
Maybe. But first I'll finish what I broke out to do.
You think Curly's gonna let you? He never takes his eyes off you.
He'll blink.
What'd you do to make him put you in there?
They say I killed a man. Shot him in the back.
Did you?
That's what they say.
Well, we got the horses changed. I'm gonna grab some grub.
No, you ain't got time. Well, let's go, folks. Gotta load up. Mr. Hancock. Kid.
Yes, Doctor.
Come on. You better hurry, Dallas.
Bud?
Yeah?
You ever hear how Ringo came to shoot that man in the back?
I was at the trial. Heard Luke Plummer say that's what the kid done.
Then it ain't true?
Hell. Plummer wound up with all the kid's family's land and cattle. I'd have been on that jury. It'd been Luke Plummer that was a standing trial.
Buck!
Get on out here.
Yeah, yeah.
No, soon, soon. Up we go.
Mr. Gatewood, can I put your bag on top?
Oh, no, I'll keep it with me right into Cheyenne. Thank you.
Got time to turn around and go back. Curly, why don't you say something?
You've been talking all day, Buck, and you still ain't making any sense.
All right, here's something that makes sense. If we ever get to Cheyenne, which I doubt, I'd just let them shoot it out amongst themselves.
Let who?
Who? Luke Plummer and the kid. Who do you suppose?
Oh, Luke had killed a kid in a gunfight. You know that.
I ain't so sure about that.
Well, even if Ringo got lucky and left that old buzzard belly side up, there'd still be the Sons. You know damn well to be 3 against 1. No, the only safe place for the kid right now is back in the pen.
Easy, Harold. I told you we couldn't cross this ridge after dark. I said it, but oh no, you always know everything.
Shut up, Buck. How's it look, kid?
We can heave it out of the way, but it'll take all of us.
We're gonna need you men to help out here. All of you.
Here we go, Reverend. Once more into the breach, shoulders to the wheel. You're all right now. Don't worry about a thing. Just come along. All right. I'm with you. Here we go.
Be careful, Doctor.
You coming, Haywood?
Gatewood.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, indeed. We've all got to do our part to help. This stage has got to get through. Mrs. Mallory, here, wouldn't you be more comfortable with your feet up? We may be here quite a while.
Thank you.
I admire your courtesy, Gatewood.
Oh, please don't mention it. Thank you.
Well. Here we are waiting to fall off a mountain if the Indians don't get us first. And both of us owing it to the same man. Big, black-haired, brown-eyed wonder of a Captain Mallory. Funny, ain't it?
You don't know my husband. You couldn't.
Ooh, I wish you were right. He invited you to leave the old plantation, and he invited me to get my bustle out of town, along with poor old Doc out there.
Jim wouldn't do a thing like that.
Honey, you may sleep with him, but you sure don't know him. Hey! This thing ain't gonna get moving again?
Okay, let's go.
Up! Up!
All right, better get on back inside the... Wait a minute! Ríngo! Did anybody see him go? Ríngo! Ríngo!
What are you so riled up about, Curly? I was just getting a look at the trail up ahead.
Yeah. You stay close by, boy.
Sure, Curly, sure. Wouldn't have it no other way till we get to Cheyenne. There's a sharp curve up ahead, and it gets kind of steep and narrow, too. But I figure we can make it.
Make it? Kid, you're out of your damn
shut up,
mind.
Now it'll take both of you up there. One on the brake and one on the line.
If anybody wants these gasoline lines, they can crawl up here and get them. I ain't going to drive this team.
You won't have to, Buck. I'll be up front leading them for you. Now, what do you think, Curly?
Yeah. Gentlemen, I think if you don't mind, I'll just get my traveling bag and follow along on foot.
Perhaps we all should walk.
All of us can. There ain't nobody walking.
Oh, you mean Mrs. Mallory? Well, that's right, sir.
I want all of you aboard and crowded over on the inside as far as you can. We're going to need every ounce of weight to keep this thing on the trail.
Oh, now, just one moment. That's not fair. I mean, this should be an individual choice.
All we need your weight, Gatewood, alive or dead.
As to Gatewood, we're going to do what's best for most. Now, you get in. All right, move over, Buck.
There we go. Up.
Ready, Buck? No, I ain't. What's more, I ain't about to be.
Lead out, kid.
Get out, Ellie. Get out of there. Come on there, kid. Get out. Get on there. Whoa, Queenie. Whoa, hell.
Hold him in, Buck. Hold up.
What the hell you think I'm trying to do? Whoa, Harold. Whoa, boy. Whoa, Harold, you jackass, you. Whoa. Hold him, Buck. Hold him. Pull him back. Whoa, Queenie. Whoa, Harold. Hold him back. Whoa, boy. Let go the brake, Curly. Let it go. Move him, Buck. Come on, move him. Get out of there. Here. Curly, let go the brake. Come on. Get out of there. Get in there. Get it. Get it. Get that boy.
Get down. Hold him, Buck. Hold him. All right, all right. Ríngo. 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 Are you all right?
You look like you were really worried, Curly.
Horseshoe bend! Horseshoe bend, folks! High down!
La 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 la.
Get out!
Kid, you stay here.
More? 5, 6, 8, maybe more. It's hard to tell. Mrs. Mallory, don't go in there.
My husband may be in there. And if they're all as bad as that, then I'm the only one who could recognize him.
Please, ma'am.
I must. Marshal.
Ma'am?
Captain Mallory is not among those men.
Oh, that's wonderful, Mrs. Mallory. Well, we can get going then, Marshal.
Not before my husband's men are given a decent burial.
Mrs. Mallory, you're a good and noble woman, but at a time like this, you should think of yourself and us, all of us. Think of the living.
Mr. Gatewood,
Mrs. Mallory, it's a prerogative.
I insist.
Doc! Doc! Ringo, get the doctor.
Hey, Doc. Doc, we need you over there. The lady's sick.
Thank you, Reverend.
All we need at a time like this, a sick woman on our hands.
I think I feel a little sick myself.
Do you think it's her type, Doctor? Doctor?
What's the matter? Don't you know what those things are?
I ain't even sure that the doc won't bring that baby in his little black bag.
You have to make a circus out of this way, you cheap, no
Now
good.
what?
No, let him say it. Go ahead, Timor, say it.
What's going on here?
Just nerves, Marshal. Mr. Hatfield, I know it's hard, but you must try to calm yourself, sir.
Well, how is she?
Did you make some coffee?
Well, I found something on the stove here. It looks more like coal oil.
That'll be even better. Some salt.
Salt?
Uh-huh. A lot of salt. Oh, get a lot. I think you better go in there with her, Alice.
Me?
Yeah, she's awake. She's frightened. I think it's better that she's not left alone.
We'll let her fancy man over there hold her hand. Or the Reverend. I ain't nobody's nursemaid.
She needs a woman.
Not any woman. She don't want me, Doc.
Come on, now quit tearing at yourself and do like the doc says. Come on.
Hurts even when you're a lady, huh? Go ahead. ahead and scream. That's what I'd do. Scream.
No, don't be afraid. That's good. That means it started.
More.
Doc, that's 4. Now you're gonna bust.
Oh, more.
Assault's working.
Assault's working.
Doc.
Water. Now. Whiskey. God. Friend, if you just open up your little treasure chest there.
Boone, you take a drink and I'll kill you.
No. If he needs it.
I need it.
Bourbon or rye?
Doesn't matter. Just take the cork out of the bottle. Now pour it over my hands. Go ahead. It's a sterilization. It's a device we Army surgeons found very useful in the field. So you could cool down, my rebel friend. A little more. The elixir of life. One of you gentlemen will just open the door, please.
Yes, sir.
It's unheard of. 12 hours. 12 whole hours.
Sometimes it takes longer. My third daughter. No, my second.
I'm talking of time lost. You silly little man. I've been meaning to tell you.
I suggest you both keep quiet before I lose my temper.
Well, I'm gonna take the watch for a while and let Buck come on back in here. Let's go, kid. I want you with me. You stay here.
What is it? What happened? What happened?
Savages! It's Waldo Coo. He runs this stage station.
Hello, kid. How you like my new wife?
Fine.
But she's a savage.
Of course. Full-blooded Sioux. Good business. Sioux trader have Sioux wife. She's from Crazy Horses people.
Yeah. Well, Walter, that's what I want to talk to you about. How come you were gone at just the right time?
Me say no stage come. Lee squad soldier here. We go along with Captain to Cheyenne to buy supply.
And you didn't have any trouble getting back here?
Oh, no. See nobody. Come on, honey. We go kitchen. Pardon me, gentlemen.
Say, that's wonderful. Did you hear what he said? He didn't see anybody. The way's clear. We can hitch up the horses and,
And what? Are you suggesting we leave Mrs. Mallory behind?
That's a good idea. Yeah, she has the doctor with her, and you can stay too if you like. That way she'll be safe. Well, I thought it was a good idea he had.
I don't know. We took a boat.
We took a boat to go to Cheyenne, right?
Together.
There was nothing about together. Anyway, this will be better and safer. We'll get through, and then, well, we'll send back soldiers to protect you.
Well, I'll be doggone. I'll be doggone.
Let's take a look.
I'll be doggone.
It's a little girl.
Well, I'll be...
Look at...
Thank you. Not my condition.
How is Mrs. Mallory?
She's gonna be all right. That lady's tougher than you think.
Dallas. Thank you.
Well, I'll be doggone.
Well, Buck, you just picked yourself up another passenger.
Look like it.
Bar's open, boys. Drinks on the house.
I'm gonna drink to the good God.
And so will I.
I'll join you,
Right back at you, Johnny Reb.
Please. Gentlemen, please.
Three cheers for Doc.
Thank you.
Very sorry.
Perhaps you don't understand. I need a horse very badly.
I said very sorry.
You can name your own price. I'm willing to offer $25.
I tell you, no can do.
$50. I don't care what kind of a horse it is. Any old horse, a pack horse will do. All right, $100. That's my final offer. Waldo, are you listening? I'm offering you $100. $100 for a horse.
No sell. No sell.
Ain't you even planning to say goodbye before you go in? Forgot your hat.
Dallas, honey. Thank you. Dallas, this is what I call real luck. Ever since the stage pulled out of Dry Fork, I've been trying to find some way to get you alone for a minute.
Looks like we almost missed each other.
I was coming in just a minute to look for you.
Sure.
It's been a long time, huh?
Sure.
Where are you going?
Where were you going, Henry?
To Cheyenne. And I've got to make it there as fast as I can. It's important, believe me.
Oh, I do. And that's exactly what the marshal should know. That you were stealing one of the coach horses to get there.
Dallas, you wouldn't tell the marshal. Why would you do a thing like that? You've always kept our little secret so well. Help me keep this one. Cheyenne's only the first stop. Denver. In Denver, I've got the biggest business deal you ever heard of. That's why I was coming in just now to get you and take you with me to Denver.
But then you'd have to steal 2 horses.
What's the difference? 1 or 2? Dallas, honey, just imagine yourself in the big city, living in fine hotels. Nobody'd know you. You'd be a queen, wearing beautiful clothes, beautiful jewels, all those things I'd get you when my big deal goes through. You'd like that, wouldn't you, darling?
Yeah. Except there's only one thing wrong, Henry.
Yeah, what's that?
You'd be there.
Oh, I see. You'd prefer to wind up in Cheyenne with some drunken, sweat-stinking... No. I didn't mean that. I was just joking. Please, I didn't mean it. Forgive me. You have any idea what they'd do to me if they found out?
Yeah. Kill you.
Dallas?
He bothering you?
Customer's always right. Nothing changes.
Oh, yes, it does. If you really wanted to.
Preaching?
Oh,
Just a little friendly advice, huh?
that's right.
From you?
Why not?
'Cause you should be taking advice, not giving it.
Well, I make out.
Sure. Sure. You get real lucky, you'll wind up face down on the dirt with Luke Plummer's bullets in your head. Then they won't have to lock you up and finish that job on your back. Why'd they do that to you?
Ooh, a strange kind of fellow ran the prison. Every Saturday night he got drunk and kind of took it out on me. But he won't be doing that anymore.
Why, you gonna plead with him?
No, I won't have to. Before I left, I broke both his arms. Now, what are you doing about your scars? You got them, you know, even if they don't show. I'll tell you what you're doing. Nothing.
Shut up.
You took a whipping and dry fork, and now you're crawling to Cheyenne for another.
Shut up!
When are you gonna stand up and stop crawling?
Shut up!
Tell me. And after watching how you did for that lady and her baby, I thought you were changed. And I liked you for it. That's what I came out here to tell you. I liked you.
Ringo! Ringo! What are you doing out here? Oh, Dallas. Look, I think both of you better get back inside. Chow's on anyway. All right, let's move, kid. Come on. Now, I told you to stay close by.
How can I thank you?
No need to. Mrs. Mallory? I really never knew your husband.
Well, you're looking pretty chipper this morning. Didn't expect to see you up so early, Dallas.
She hasn't slept all night.
Oh, I slept in the chair a lot.
Bet you did. Well, how you feeling?
Fine, just a little tired.
Dallas, you think you could rustle her up a little warm broth?
I tried to get her to take some earlier.
Oh, here now, you have to eat, my dear. Have to get your strength back so we can deliver Captain Mallory his new family.
All right, in a little while.
I'll, try and get this heated up. Like I said, I never knew him.
What's the matter, Dallas?
Nothing.
It's a beautiful baby. Let me tell you something, my dear. Every new one, no matter whose, is the most wonderful.
Do me a favor. See if you can get Ringo to come back to the kitchen.
Well, they're both doing just about as well as can be expected. I must say she's a real soldier's wife, that little lady.
Oh, that's wonderful news, Doctor. We can get started now, Marshal.
Not for a day or so, if you want my professional opinion.
But you said they were doing well.
Lying in bed, being waited on hand and foot's not the same thing as bouncing around the mountains in a stagecoach. She needs a little time to regain her strength.
This is the most demented conversation I've ever listened to. We're risking our lives staying here. We've got to hitch up and go.
Nobody's doing anything to endanger that lady or child.
Danger? Have you forgotten what this place was like when we drove up? And those were armed cavalrymen.
All right, all right! This ain't getting us anywhere. Let's just quiet down. Talk sensible.
Curly's right. Say, you don't need the kid here for this confab, do you?
He does what I tell him to.
Why don't you go out and see if you can get some fresh coffee going?
Now, go ahead.
I go, Joe.
You stay. I still got a couple of questions for you. Now, let's just sit here and argue this thing out right.
We've got to go ahead.
I don't know. You may be right. It's 130-odd miles from Cheyenne. Chances of Crazy Horse being that close.
Doc sent me in to make some coffee, but I see you're already doing it.
I asked him to. I moved your saddle from the coach to the shed. Waldo's pack horse is tied up in the corral. Here's your rifle.
When'd you do all this?
Thinking what you said last night kept me awake. I had plenty time. Take it. What are you waiting for?
Well, what about you?
You're gonna clear the slate if you shoot 3 men. Girl like me, you know how many men I'd have to shoot. What chance do I have?
Well, it depends.
On what?
On a lot of things. If you had the right man's arm to lean on, the slate would be clean.
You think there is such a man?
Could be.
You?
As soon as I finish what I've got to do in Cheyenne.
Can't lean on a dead man.
You could be figuring it wrong.
No. No, you're a loser, just like me. Tell me when you ever won. Tell me.
Never.
Well, now's your chance. It can't be more than 20 miles to the territory line from here. Take the horse, go. I'll meet you wherever you say.
Ríngo.
Why are you crying? Why?
You wouldn't understand.
But I would try.
You're the best thing that's ever come into my life. Oh, God, I don't want to lose you.
You won't.
Well, then forget about Luke Plummer. Make me more important.
We're wasting time. Do you realize it's Monday morning? A full day is gone. Business is opening up everywhere. Bang! We've got to get to Cheyenne as quickly as we can.
Just a minute. There's still Mrs. Mallory to consider and the baby.
Exactly.
Well, Doc, do you think she might be strong enough to be moved by tonight?
Well, what about it, Doc? Hey, Doc! Doggone it, Doc. Pay attention. This here is serious.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Now, nighttime would be just right. We could turn around and go back the way we come.
Would you stop talking about going back?
But there weren't no Indians behind us.
Well, that doesn't mean that there aren't no Indians there now.
What about Mrs. Mallory, the baby? The good doctor hasn't said that.
I've already given you, gentlemen, my professional opinion.
And I'm going to make sure it's respected.
Well, thank you, sir. Coming from you, I consider that a genuine compliment.
I wish I could take you with me.
Both of us on this horse would neither of us make it.
Neither would they if we took one of theirs.
You'll be waiting in Santa Fe? A week won't be any longer. Now go on. Please.
Ríngo!
Please.
Get down!
I ain't going anywhere.
You damn right you ain't.
I think we take the cuffs off that kid while we'd have ourselves another gun up here. Wouldn't hurt nothing, you know. Kid's a pretty fair hand.
Shut up and drive.
Now that ain't no way to
and
talk.
if you gotta talk, talk to them horses.
Get up there, Charlie!
Ah! Driver, can't you go any faster?
Here, shh. You're gonna wake the baby.
A man waits all of his life for a chance to better himself and ends up in a trap like this.
Do you see any savages, brother?
See them? Brother, let me tell you something. By the time you see them, it's too late.
Oh, dear.
I'm with you, friend.
If we'd have gone on yesterday the way I wanted to, we'd be safely in Cheyenne by now.
Edward, you talk too much.
You know, Mr. Hatfield, you don't faze me in the least. Despite your clever ways, you're just a tin-horn gambler.
Mister, if I was you, I'd save some of that fight. You're just liable to need it.
When I want the advice of a convict, I'll request it. You're the misfits the marshal sided with, a fine conglomerate. Saloon dregs.
Edward, you address one more word to either one of those ladies and I'll put a bullet through your head.
So wait a minute. Let him do it. All right, go ahead, go ahead.
Quiet! Now look what you've done. You ought to be ashamed. Ashamed! Now I'm all perspired.
Johnson Fork's right there the side of this rise, ain't it?
Yeah. In 7 Mile Point, Rim Rock, and in Cheyenne. Sure would like to give them a little breather when we get up on top. Yeah. Cavalry! Cavalry! Ay, golly, we made it, Curly, we made it!
You folks can rest easy now. We got the army to escort us in.
Well, I guess that proves the old adage, it's always darkest. I think I owe everyone an apology. If you can find it in your hearts to forgive. I must admit that once or twice back there, I was, well, I behaved rather badly. And I'd like to think that no one holds any hard feelings. Well, we've all been under a terrible strain, have we?
Perhaps you'd like to change places now, Miss Dallas. I think you'd be more comfortable here by the window.
Thanks, but it really doesn't matter now.
Ladies and gentlemen, I must say this has been most interesting. All in all, exciting, really. I certainly will have many thrilling stories to tell Agatha and the children.
My dear Peabody, you sound as if you enjoyed it.
Well, yes, I'm afraid I did.
Well, old friend, I really think such a fortuitous turn of events calls for a little toddy for the body.
Well... Miss Mallory,
Here, kid.
Hey, Hatfield! Man, this is better than a little round top at Gettysburg.
Here, Reverend, take this.
Smash them hip and thigh.
Man, if you should ever happen to run in to Judge Ashburn, be so kind as tell him what happened to his son. You leave out the rest, huh?
I guess that was it.
I guess it was.
Golly, it can't be much past midnight. Wonder where everybody's at.
What'd you expect, a brass band?
I'll be damned, Buck, you got through.
Got through? We just shot the hell out of Crazy Horse and his whole dang war party. There must have been 500 of them. Well, 50 anyhow.
What's going on here?
Sure glad to see you, Marshal.
Why?
The Plumbers. They took over the El Dorado. Been at it 2 solid days now.
Drop it.
5 minutes, Curly. You owe it to me.
I said drop it, kid.
I got an important message for you, Marshal.
That can wait. Just keep this on him. You folks go on inside. Ringo.
I'm begging you.
Don't. Look, kid. I'm beholden to you. We all are.
Then show it.
I am too.
How? By letting me rot in the pen while you collect the reward?
That reward is mine, dead or alive.
Just aiming to keep you from getting yourself killed. I'm gonna talk to the warden. I'll tell him what you've done. I'll tell him you give yourself up. Now go easy on you, kid. I promised you that. A year from now, you'll be a free man.
As long as them plumbers are alive, I won't be any kind of a man.
Marshal. One of them named Gatewood, ain't it?
Yeah, all right.
That message said he stole the payroll right out of his own bank. $10,000. Came over the wire first thing as soon as it was fixed.
Where's Gatewood?
You mean he got away?
Got away with what?
That little satchel he had was full of stolen money. Now, one of you must have seen where he went.
Ask me, sir. I know it. I knew it all the time, those shifty little ass.
Well, Reverend, where'd he go?
Where are those red devils? Bring them on! Yahoo!
Doctor, this medicine has cured my condition.
What is your condition?
I don't know, but I never felt better in my life.
You went out the other door of the coach while you were so busy chaining up Ringo. Last time I saw, he was making a beeline for the El Dorado.
What are you waiting for, Marshal?
Where's your sheriff?
Gone fishing. Just like he always does when the plumbers come to town. Makes you the only man in town with a badge on, Marshal. Unless you plan on going fishing, too.
You talk too much, mister. Curly, let me go with you.
I want you to keep your eye on him. And if anything happens to me, will you put him where he'll be safe until the sheriff gets back?
Curly? Curly!
Here comes the marshal, Daddy. All right, everybody out. Party's over.
I thought you
I
said
the party's over.
Let's get out of here.
Hey, you two. Now, what were you saying?
$1,000.
Huh?
$1,000. The minute we get to Salt Lake. I'll even make it 1,500 if we can leave this very minute.
Ain't no hurry as far as I can see.
Well, you see,
you stay put, boy. Didn't nobody tell you, Marshal? This here's a private party.
I want that man.
The fellow with the little bag? He's my guest. We've been breaking bread together.
Let's go, Gatewood. Now, Luke, if he tries to draw, I'll kill him.
I told you to stay put, boy! I don't take to your manners, Curly.
I'm here to make an arrest.
Come busting into a place where you don't even have an invite? Start yelling about killing people? Well, if you want this fella, you got him. But first you gotta go out and turn that Ringo pup loose.
Now, don't push me, Luke.
You want to kill me, too?
If I have to.
A God-fearing, peace-loving, law-abiding citizen like me. Well, if you want him, you got him.
You did just fine, boy. He'll be walking on sticks for years. Hey, you better come and get Curly. He's had a little accident.
Turn me loose! Turn me loose! Get these off me!
Turn him loose.
Ringo!
Well, now, here we do you a kindness, and all the time you figure to run off without so much as a by your leave.
I told you when I came that I'm in a terrible hurry to get to Denver.
Salt Lake.
Yes. Must be this violence. I don't like violence. I said I didn't want any violence.
Now, don't you worry. I ain't gonna let nothing happen to you. You're my partner.
Not partner. $1,000.
1,500.
I said maybe 1,500.
Oh. Well, now, Miss Money. It's, in Denver, huh?
Yes, in Denver. When we get... I mean Salt Lake. I said Salt Lake first, you remember?
Maybe all this blood's got you a little mixed up. You've been changing your story so much, I've kind of lost faith in you.
You can trust me, Mr. Plummer. Really, you can.
Oh, good.
I'll give you some of the money right now. And then...
You know, son, I think this man's been lying to us all along.
No. I wouldn't lie to you. This money belongs to the bank. It doesn't belong to me.
You see, Matthew? Truth will out. Amen, mister. Now get the money, Matthew.
Plummer! It's Ringo! Come on out!
As the good book says, everything comes to him who waits. I said waits. Stand up like a man and choose your own time.
Daddy?
Patience, son. Bide your time.
Oh, yes, Daddy.
You're gonna see your daddy in hell real soon. You give him my best regards.
Doc? Well, ask me. I'm hurting like hell. I'm $500 poorer. Why don't you get in that buckboard over there before that chuckle-headed sheriff gets back here? What are you waiting for? Go on, get the hell out of here, both of you.
La 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 la.
Oh, my darling, if you love me, help me to be brave. Gather flowers on the hill to place upon my grave. I'm taking the stagecoach that's leaving for Cheyenne, so darling, please kiss me goodbye. 'Cause someone is waiting to meet me in Cheyenne. To die. One of us two has to die. Oh, my darling, if you love me, help me to be brave. Gather flowers on the hill to place upon